No, you can't say that. That's a total giveaway. You just ruined it. No.
Okay.
Move over.
All right. Cut.
I need to have reality to be focused on me. I'm on TV. I am a Vidiot.
Hold on, let me just try this awesome Fanta grape.
And while he does that, we are sitting at the Kitchen Cereal Bar, which is a cute little place, as you can see, in Gothenburg City. And yeah, they serve up cereal as well as a lot of different yummy treats, mac and cheese, waffles, pie cream. Just check it out.
But if you are in the area, please do yourself a favor. If you're watching this and you're like, I want to do something fun, different, unique, come to...
Especially if you have a sweet tooth. Sorry.
Exactly. If you have a sweet tooth, this is perfect. This is that guilty pleasure comfort food. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Vidiot on Demand. My name is Philip Williams, and with me I have the beautiful...
Lydia Deborah.
That's right, she's got her own channel and she's doing some awesome stuff there, so I think you should check her out. But today, we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to our hearts. Now, if I can go back and say a little something about myself, I am a bit of a jack of all trades when it comes to pop culture. Yeah, I enjoy a lot of different stuff.
I would sooner call it nerd though.
Loud and proud, baby, loud and proud. The thing about me is that there has been a bit of a blind spot. Weirdly, my first introduction to anime was this movie from 1976 called Puss in Boots Travels Around the World.
76.
1976. My dad, I asked him about this. He said, it was kiddie, therefore I got it. That's a quote.
Okay.
He literally just thought...
That was the only
like,
prerequisite. I've never seen that.
Yeah, and it's literally Puss in Boots, but he's like doing the story of Around the World in 80 Days.
Who shall die? If that happens, there'll be no story.
And he's like, I'm running around and I'm falling in love and there's like robots attacking me. I'm in a submarine, but then the bad guys have like a giant fish submarine that's trying to eat my submarine.
Okay, well, I see why as a kid you would like that.
Yeah.
It has all the like elements of a proper adventure.
It's adventure, it's fun, there's a little bit of romance in there, but then does she betray him? Things like that. Like, I loved it. But it was decidedly child-friendly. It was cute.
Wait, you know? So I just have a question. How old were you at that time?
I can't even remember. That was the kind of movie where I would press play and just watch it over and over and over again. So much so that I know exactly how they say every given line and stuff. It's crazy.
So like a proper childhood classic that just brings back all the
right
feels,
memories.
the nostalgia kind of thing.
Exactly.
All right, cool. So that was your introduction to anime.
Literally was like, I recognized this as a different style of animation, and I knew that this was Japanese in origin through context clues, right? So, flash forward to, I must be like 11, 12-ish years old, something around there. And my older sister brings home a boyfriend, and it's like, hi. And he's like,
What's up, little man?
kind of like trying to, I don't know, I guess he was trying to impress me. He literally does this. He goes,
I got something for you. It's gonna blow your mind.
and
Okay.
he gives me a VHS. And I'm like, okay. Far be it from me, this man who wants to impress a 12-year-old.
Right.
I might as well watch this and see what it is. And I turn it on. For those of you who know, the movie was Fist of the North Star.
Well, I've heard about this one.
Yes.
Never seen it, but I've heard about this.
So, if you're like me and you have no idea, you just remember seeing like, okay, dusty road, it feels kind of Mad Max, like what's happening here, and then the lead character gets in a fight with somebody, and then he just goes, like do some pressure points or something all over this person.
Really?
And then
That's cool.
that man's head explodes, and I went, turn it off.
What? You turned it off?
I was like, good
That is
God.
so cool. I want to see it.
But you gotta understand, I never saw cartoon violence that way.
That's true. That's definitely something about anime that I guess I more so thought about it as an adult. Are some animes for kids and some not for kids? Because there's definitely adult language, and like you said, the fight
Adult
scenes,
situations.
adult situations as well.
Because
Absolutely.
anime can get horny. So that was like the reason it kind of turned me off, because
Okay.
I was afraid that if I watched something so horrendously violent, it would rip the childhood away from me.
Wait, hold on. Can I just say something? It's
Yes.
funny that you say you felt like it would rip the childhood away from you, because now as an adult watching anime, I feel like I'm getting to be a child again. Like that's how it makes me
But
feel.
that's the growth of maturity. Like when you
That's
come
true,
to a
that's
certain
true.
point in your life, you look back and go, "Oh, this stuff is childhood wonder and fun and everything."
Absolutely.
But like at that time, I wasn't ready to see that type of violence. Yeah, it shut me off from ever looking into it or being curious about it.
So then the question is, between 11, 12, and no, which is quite a lot of years, maybe even a few
Thanks a lot.
decades.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
That's-
I mean, there is some gray there. I'm
This
just...
is toothpaste. I just didn't bother cleaning it up.
Oh, sorry. Do you have a tissue? Can I have a tissue? Anyway, what happened between that, between the space of time that's made you gravitate towards anime again?
Adulthood. I realized these depictions of violence can't hurt me, even if it's cartoons.
Right.
So that's one thing. But I think what it was that I started getting interested in different storytelling, and because I was a fan of animation, I do enjoy seeing well animated things, action sequences, and things like that. And the over-the-topness of certain scenes in anime is so well thought out that you're like,
True. Yes, absolutely.
because I remember when The Matrix came out, there was not a movie like that unless you looked in anime form, because Matrix was literally just anime
In
live action. I was so gung ho for that I was like, whoa, you mean this sort of thing has existed forever?
Right.
I would hear in other nerdy conversations in pop culture, through osmosis, I pick up on the big ones, your Cowboy Bebops. Oh, okay, so I know what the ones that are kind of easy gateway ones,
Right.
but I still kind of stayed clear of it. The
Okay,
Bird
wait,
is
hold
really
up.
good.
So then what was the introductory anime that you saw? I mean, in adulthood. What was the anime that brought you back into the... Ah, really?
Plus Ultra, baby.
I
Go
love
beyond.
My Hero Academia. Oh my gosh.
So,
You're looking at young Lidoriya right here. I'm telling you.
for those of you who don't know what My Hero Academia is,
First of all, you need to watch it if you haven't.
it's really good. I think the reason why this helped me get into it, first of all, it was a YouTuber, I do not remember who it was, but they did a short like summary video about like why they really loved the show.
Okay.
And I just watch it, and sometimes like there's that lazy part of me that goes, I want to know about this, but I don't want to waste the time watching the whole show. So sometimes I just watch the people talk about it,
Yeah.
and I get a sense of if this is for me or not. Plus, it was digestible because I love superheroes. Obviously.
Right, yes. He's the number one superhero.
I'm a superhero
Geek
guy.
boy, yes.
So to me, it made sense that like, okay, if they're basically mutants, if you will,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, they're technically. Yeah.
so some people have it, and
Some people don't.
They're quirks, what they call it, which is a great name for a mutant ability.
Yeah.
Just quirks. I
I
love
think
it.
so.
That's such a genius move. And then creating a story about how would it logistically work in a society where you get to work as a hero. There are things like that they bring up in a way that I've never thought of, that is glossed over entirely maybe in Marvel and
Exactly.
DC things, the big two. So it was fun to see references to our like American ideals of superheroes,
Yeah.
but also like they're doing a twist on it where things are a little different. But I think the truest thing I love about it was first episode had me in tears.
Hold on. I'm trying to remember what happened in the first
Okay,
episode.
so
recap. Give me a recap.
So the recap is this. Basically, we have a world full of heroes, and you have somebody named All Might, which is their version of Superman, who
Right,
is
the number one
number one
hero.
superhero.
And in case you don't know, they have like rankings for all of the superheroes, and I guess it's kind of every superhero's dream to be number one.
Exactly.
And All Might is the person who currently has that position.
Yeah, because he's a symbol of hope, and he does it all with a smile on his face. That's an important distinction.
Yes.
Now, what I find interesting is you have this little character, the little boy named
Izuku Midoriya.
He always wanted to be like his hero,
All Might.
He is a fanboy, which immediately, like, I relate to, just enjoying something so much that you want to know a lot about it, right? But also, you want to be the hero that you look up to. I can relate to that too. Here's another thing. He doesn't have any powers.
Yeah, he's born quirkless.
And he is devastated to realize that he doesn't have this ability. And when the bully at his school is making fun of him and beating him up at school and stuff, and they've known each other for so long.
Yeah, they were like childhood.
They were in the same
friends-ish.
class, but yeah, and suddenly his powers kicked in and he became a jerk.
He was always a jerk.
He was always a jerk.
Since he was
Yeah. Bakugo watching you.
But
So,
I still kind of like Bakugo.
yeah, I know. That's the thing. He has, okay, without getting into it, he has a standard. Like, even though he's an asshole,
Yeah,
he does
yeah.
everything with a purpose, which is
Exactly.
interesting. So anyway, back to the thing that made me really cry is the fact that what we know from outside is that he is, yes, please take some. What we know is that he...
I've never had this cereal before.
He meets a superhero idol in a moment where he's about to get suffocated by like this blob villain.
Moments
that's
of crisis.
Yeah, and he's like,
Absolute
oh no, I'm gonna
crisis.
die, and there's nothing I can do. I can't move. This guy's gonna kill me. And then here comes All Might in, saves the day, and he says, All Might, please. He jumps on him basically as he's flying away, and he's like, I just want to know, can I be like you? I don't have a quirk, but I want to be a hero. I want to be an inspiration. The guy's like, sorry, kid, you can't. And also, I dropped the bad guy. We literally bottled up into a bottle. So now I gotta go. He leaves. He cries. Of course, the kid is like, I can't believe it. My hero said I'll never become anything. And he goes down. And then he sees that his bully is being murdered by the same guy that he inadvertently let go. So
Yeah.
he's like, oh snap, this is on me. He's in a crowd of people. So basically, we have All Might see the kid that he said will never amount to being a superhero break through the crowd and do whatever he can to save the guy who earlier in the episode beat him up.
Regardless of the fact that he has no quirk, but it seems like he still has this. He has this incredible willpower to be a superhero, and so he tries his best to help his bully. And All Might is at the same time witnessing all of this, unbeknownst to them. And yeah, I mean, in the end, he does end up getting saved. But was it?
But the thing that I think that I love the most is that later All Might explains to him, is like, when I saw you go out there and do what you could do, knowing that you didn't have a power, knowing that you really couldn't, knowing you were told not to, you inspired me to step up. And that's the moment that got me. That a kid who wants so badly to be a hero became the hero of his hero.
And I love an
Oh my
anime that
God.
already in the first episode begins to draw you in, because I watched a few animes where the build-up is quite long, and it takes like several episodes before you really feel like, oh, okay, now I'm getting it, now I want to continue watching this. But with My Hero Academia, it was just like already in the first episode, it had me, and I just wanted to continue watching. Yeah.
Yes. So this show grows. There's lots of stuff that happens. I don't want to give away spoilers. I want you to experience it for yourself. But there's so much twists and turns. There's some unique ideas for characters that by themselves become their own thing. I have two characters that are like way in the background, side characters that are like my favorite.
Who are they? I need to know.
Dark Shadow.
Oh,
Dark Shadow.
okay.
I forget his name is like Tokiyami, I think his name.
Yeah, I never
forget.
remember it.
I just love how he's just draped in like his cape. He's got that weird bird head.
Yeah, I've yet to figure out what that's.
Yeah, he has a
about, to be
bird
honest.
head, but then he can control this like entity within him that is what he calls
Shadow.
Dark Shadow.
Yeah.
That has pretty cool like abilities, and I just love that. I love how he's so gloomy, but also kind of a fun-loving teenager at the same time.
I like that his power is like a separate entity from himself, because
Yeah.
everybody else is like it's a part of who they are, but then he has like this, because he can literally talk to it and it talks back. So
Yeah.
it's like Slightly
He's like, calm down,
schizophrenic.
Dark Shadow. And I have a low-key crush on Mina Ashido. I don't know why.
No, I get it though.
Because she seems so alien in her design, which is also
It's true.
incredibly
Yeah.
engaging. Because you're like, whoa, the black eyes, the little horn thingies. You don't know if they're solid or if they go boink, boink,
The pink
boink.
afro, is it
Yes.
like an afro? Yeah.
And her pink skin and the contrast to her outfit, which is like this turquoise blue thing going on, and the fact that she is literally like excretes acid.
Yeah.
And that she's a fan of like the Alien franchise because she wanted to be called the Alien Queen.
That's true.
So it's like she's a bit of a nerd. She loves to dance.
She loves
she's
to dance?
hot.
How
She's
did I
a
miss
hot.
that?
Yeah,
I
there's
didn't know she likes to dance.
yeah, she loves to dance. She choreographs the thing later on that they all go.
I
Oh,
have
we'll
to
follow her lead.
rewatch this. She's cool. She's strong also, and she seems to have this really I don't know, just like her. I like her spirit, like a never give up kind of thing, you know. Like you can't be beat unless you decide that you're beat.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that it's overall the theme. But in this, it's like there's this earnestness of everyone trying to be their best and trying to put forth other people's needs.
Dude.
I'm legitimately, it's not because it's cold in here. I am literally got goosebumps because I just love it so much. I mean, you kidding me? Oh gosh, it's
But there's
so,
good reason for why you
Oh,
love
so
it.
that's my introduction. Like, see the show,
okay.
See it, and we're gonna talk more. But my gosh, see this show. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much
Me
for
too.
coming to the Kitchen Cereal Bar, where you too can enjoy some guilty pleasure comfort
Oh yeah,
food.
absolutely. Right here in Gothenburg City.
That's right. So look it up. Check their Instagram out. Links in the description below. Where can people find you?
Right here on YouTube. The YouTube channel is called Lydia Deborah. Make sure you check it out. However, it's not an film nerd kind of channel. I do DIYs. I keep you looking fresh on a budget.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys join us again next time. Goodbye. Plus Ultra.